Aloha, everyone. I hope you all had a weekend as amazing as it was for me, as surf is absolutely big and beautiful on the north shore of Maui again. Honolulu Bay, Napili Bay, all the great spots. Flemings are breaking again. It's beautiful to see ostracizers, rainbows. It's just wonderful. So, hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Anyway, the bottom line is that the market did a quick reversal of the losses that it sustained on Thursday, which means that unfortunately, the hedge that we just put on the SQQ, half of that has to come off now. So half of that's off, and also SRTY. I know that we've added quite a bit of a hedge, but based on the action, we have to take half it off. And if you look at the volume on SRTY on Friday, that's just further confirmation that half has to go off. However, I'm going to keep the rest of it on and slowly get rid of it. Once we break above the highs set on 11.6, which is about 1097.20, 1097.44, so excuse me, on 11.5, 1097.44, more will come off, and then if we continue to move higher, more and more will come off. But as of right now, all indexes remain under a neutral condition. So half the hedges come off, we remain neutral, and that includes even the Dow Jones Industrial Average, but it's at a new closing high. Yeah, but what I really want to see is I want to see a close above the 1586 level, or 15.7. Man, I just 15.797. I just cannot tell. I guess that's what it is right there. It's the high of the day. Bar high, yep. So once we close above that, it's just my eyes are bad, surfing too much. So if we close above this level, then we're back in a buy mode for that index. Russell 2000. Once we get above the to all-time highs, then we're going to be in a buy mode. Nasdaq. Once we get back into all-time highs, we'll be back in a buy mode. But right now we are very, very neutral, and that's the way it's got to be. Going on to our own positions, SNTS is a full sell because I'm not an R player. SLXP, I guess, and them are merging, so it has to go. So that is a full sell. And then SRC is a full sell as it's failing. Beautiful intraday reversal off the lows, mind you. Still, it's closing at 998, which is below 1014. So no questions about it, full sell. DRRX also won the gap down, however, had a nice intraday reversal on even heavier volume. The bottom line is that 148 is my final cut loss. 150 isn't below 148, so it's a 75% sell. Now, one great thing that did happen on Friday, bank stocks, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citigroup, pocket pivot points everywhere. And I mean, that was like in any bank stock. And I just randomly just chose MTB, and you can even see that move. Therefore, FAS, I know, it happens, and it's going to happen again, and it's going to happen again, and it's going to happen again, where you just fully sell a position, and then the very next day, oh shit, wish I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, wishing doesn't get you anywhere. Bottom line was I was looking at losses. That looked like a move. If you look back in May, if you look in July, even if you look in September, this is a move that normally leads to lower prices. So the fact that it reversed and went higher with the pocket pivot signal across the board and in other stocks, very bullish, therefore 5% in that. And then also JAZZ, Jazz Pharmaceuticals, breaking out to a new high. I know it does look a little extended, and trust me, I am a little bit worried about it. But what I see here is an ascending base. Base on top of base on top of base breakout. We'll see if I'm right. If I'm wrong, I know exactly where I'm going to be wrong at. Close below the low a day. Final cut loss I would use with a close below the 92.08 level, 94. Fuck, pardon my language, but you can even use the 50-day moving average. It's totally up to you. Anyway, that's all that there is to do this weekend. We remain under a neutral signal. Looking at hindsight, once again, I want to remind everybody we have an extremely talented trader in the chat room. I always recommend you coming into it. We both liked this stock, but neither one of us took a position in it. But he was talking about call options eventually in the future with this stock. But if you just use the stock alone, you could have a quick 31% gain in as little as 6 days. So pretty amazing, and just another great trade overall. And just to let you know, he loves Questcor Pharmaceuticals, which why isn't it not popping up? There it is. So keep an eye on Questcor Pharmaceuticals. Amazing, amazing earnings and sales growth, and just something to think about. Aloha.